One, three, two, one. Hi, it is Musings with Mookie, and I'm Mookie Tajor, your speaker for today and all the other episodes previous to them. Who knows? I may have someone to come on and co-host, but I don't know how to do that thing just yet. I really didn't know what I was going to talk about right now. There were so many things that went through my head on the drive here. On a drive back from Atlanta today near Emory University. We went to Lull Water Preserve, Lull Water, Lull. I don't know how to pronounce that really. I haven't heard anyone say it before, so I'm just going off the way that it was spelled. But we went to Lull Water Preserve today. It's a a nature preserve managed by Emory University. There is, it gives you an address that you go to, but you're not supposed to park there, or you're not supposed to park in several spaces that's like closest to one entrance to it. So it doesn't give you like a public access point. It just takes you to the president's house. And like, what am I supposed to do? Like, ring the doorbell? I mean, ring the gate and see if they'll let me in and be like, hey, yeah, park here. Like, no one usually rings. Like, what is this, a movie? But anyway, we went there to Lowell Water Preserve to see a waterfall. And of course, people have angles that they take to make, I guess, the waterfall seem bigger than it is. And that's exactly what happened to us. I'm going to have to go look at the video again because that water was not gushing. I mean, it was falling. And even my kids were like, this is not, well, my second oldest son was like, this isn't a waterfall. I said, listen, the water's running and it's falling. So it's like a dam or whatever, where there used to be like an old grinding mill. The stone structure for the mill is still there. But if you want to go check it out, it's an okay trail. It's been hot, and since we haven't been to Morningside Nature Preserve in Atlanta, I can't really gauge whether or not this trail will be cool. But it is uh semi-dense forestry. Of course, there's some walking paths that, have been ran down and ran through. So those are like the man-made ones. And then you have, well, I guess they're all man-made, but it's not constructed. It's more like people walk this way. So, there's a path now. We walked over a bridge that went over the waterway, and I wasn't like that. But the second time I walked across the bridge, because it's like really up high, and I have an innate, I think you could like swap those words out for another fear of heights that I didn't know I had until probably like 6 years ago, because I love a good roller coaster. I'll be on it. So, yeah, but the second time I went across the bridge, I just said a mantra to myself. I said, I am strong. The universe is for me, and so is everything else. And I just kept saying those two things. I am strong, I am strong, I am strong. The universe is for me, the universe is for me, to get across that bridge. But yeah, so on the way back, I drove the speed limit. Okay, I was really great driver on the way back, I would say. I really enjoyed that drive. It wasn't as busy. And I had some things I wanted to talk about, to muse about. Not some things, because I hate to inundate a conversation with lots of different things. And love is like a heavy thing on, because like how do you know for yourself that you actually loved someone, but you hadn't said it. And I would look back over my past relationships, and I think about how they made me like feel, like how far to the edge they brought me. um and by the edge, I mean, I ain't did nothing crazy to no one that I can remember. um but I think there's only been about two, maybe three. Um, well, one that's possibly caused me to embarrass myself because they played with my emotions and lied to me. And I'm really mad that they lied to me. I'm not mad that they are a cheater, but you just had time and time again to just tell me the truth and not come back. Like, why chase? And it's not making sense to me. It's not clear to me. But what about love that we would do, that loving someone comes and brings out either the best in us, the greatest of us, and the worst of us? Or what happens when that person you love brought out both the best and the worst? But the best is here to stay. Like, the best is here to stay. Like, what was the reason? What was the reason that you didn't use me, but encouraged me? And that is the hard thing to reconcile about this last fling. It wasn't little, because the person really did bring me, like, to the forefront of what, you know, how I should go about thinking about myself again. And I was already on my way there, but he was a catalyst, a push in that direction to to tell me to forget these other folks. And I don't know if I was that for him, especially in the last months, because it just seemed like he wasn't being honest with me about something. And And that is the hardest thing about reconciling about a certain type of love that you receive. Because it was toxic, but it wasn't. I'm not, I'm not that easily, like, broken into. Like, there has to be reciprocation between the both of us for me, or I am trapped in some type of way. I've only been trapped in one relationship. Any other relationships, I didn't feel trapped. I didn't feel the need that I couldn't get away. This last one, I didn't feel a need that I couldn't get away. It's the fact that I didn't want to get away. So it's just like, what do you do with those? With that, how do you resolve that conflict? Because yes, I am still upset, but I cried like really bad in June for like a few days, and I think I was like really suffering, like just tearful. And I'm not tearful anymore. Now I just want, I have like this calm about me. And I don't, and I laugh at it because it was a really big lie. And I don't have any contact with them anymore. But I do. I wonder about that. What is it about love that pushes us to the edge, that pushes us past our breaking point mentally into a space where we're stuck and are trying to understand, and the person that you figure would get you to understand has effectively cut off all communication. And what I get from men and what I get from women, from the men I get, men just lie. And that's not enough. That is not enough to say that men just lie. When I know women lie and we know people lie. But on par with men are liars? Are men liars because they feel they're entitled? they're entitled to more than their share. They're entitled to take without reprisal. Like it's so much like I don't understand that concept. When women explain it, am I hearing this from a woman that has been hurt? Am I hearing this from a woman that is a player who also plays in that game of, you know, I'm gonna get him before he get me, or I've been lied before and I'm not gonna let these men lie to me before? So yeah, what is it about love that pushes us to the breaking point? Why do I have to work so hard for it? Why do I have to go through phones? Why do I have to question you about your every little move? Because my intuition. My intuition. My intuition isn't solid right now. Love isn't in the air for me. My ambition is in the air for me. I am ambitiously going about this podcast in the best way I know how. So we're gonna cut it short right here. This has been Musings with Mookie by Mookie Toujours. I have a fourth book coming out very soon that I need to start editing, putting words into a paper. I have a bunch of poems. I need to get solid on what those poems are. But yeah, I have a fourth book coming out. Books 1, 2, and 3 can be found on Amazon. I'm not going to have too many more to give away. I think I probably got a few more. So if you catch me in passing or if you DM me on my Instagram, uh, Mookie underscore made underscore it at Instagram or Instagram at Mookie made it, whatever, slash Mookie made it. But yeah, if you DM me there or if you just Google Mookie Toujours, it'll bring up my Instagram pages. It'll bring up my books because you can Google me, baby. And yeah, this has been Musings with Mookie. I will talk to you all another time. It is 12:05 a.m. now, the 23rd of July. I have another podcast waiting to go live, so I'll either release that tomorrow or today. It's a short episode, so listen to it on your drive to work or something. Check me out. All right. Talk to you later. Ciao.